you are new here, welcome. If you are a return visitor, welcome back. I'm Inez, fitness coach, wellness athlete, content creator. This is my prep vlog series that I recently launched. We are now on episode 2. So if you missed episode 1, make sure you go back, check it out. And I started this series because I just wanted to share a little bit more just behind the scenes of what's going on in my week to week, what's going on in the prep. Currently, right now, I will share on the screen here where I am at this moment and prepping for my shows for the season, y'all. I'm super excited. So we'll get into all that. But today we are going to be getting into this, which is an at-home sauna that I was gifted last season. Didn't put it up. So we're going to put it up this season because I'm committed to using this at home. My gym that I currently train out of, my home gym, does not have a sauna. Last season, I joined Buuut I, and I was going to their infrared sauna sessions several times a week, but I'm trying to see how I can get things done more efficiently. That is the name of the game. So I'm going to see how I like this. I have never used an in-home sauna before. Even if I just set this up tonight, I'm good with that. That's Gucci, because tomorrow is a full rest day. Well, I'm doing cardio and core, but it's a full rest day from lifting. So that'll be really great. I could do a lot of active recovery stuff, stretching, sauna. So either way, we're going to be in this in the next 24 hours.
Write down the name of today's losing baker. All of your cakes were incredible, but it's two. All right, Jar. You've already won $5,000.
Oh my God. The way that just popped out. What? Momma, baby, I don't want you to get hit. Because I was not expecting that. Wait a minute. All right, y'all. So this is it. I think I just procrastinated putting this up for so long. So I was just like, it's going to be so big. And it's not. It's really not bad at all. And then it shows how I can. Then it also shows how I can break all this down too. So I just need to get a chair that can go in there. This part stays on the outside. A little switch on the inside there too. And this really didn't take long. The only thing is I thought I had a chair that could fit in here, which I do, but it has to be a non-upholstered chair. So it's not on our path to pick out a chair today or go to the store. So we will see her again tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It is now 5:20. Yes, 5:21 a.m. I've been up since 3, trying to see if I can go to sleep. This body is up. So we're going to get at it. Getting ready now to go do fasted. I'll come back and do check-ins, share a little bit about where I am, how I'm feeling this morning, with what the body is doing. See y'all after cardio. I'm proud of me. I was going to say, I'm proud of myself. If no one else tells me that today, I'm proud of me. By 7:45 this morning, we were done with 90 minutes of cardio. Okay, done. Check, check, check. And the only thing I have left to do body-wise is going to be core, stretch, posing. So I'll be taking care of those things later on tonight. Update with the chair and the sauna. I didn't forget. The sauna needs a chair. So the chair is on the way from Amazon. Be here Saturday. So TBD on that. So what I'm going to do now is get ready for the day. As y'all can see, I'm in the posing suit. And I'm getting ready for check-ins. So I figured while I do these check-ins, I'll go into a little story time because I asked you guys on my last vlog if you wanted me to get into the suit drawing. But before we do that, hold on, wait, get into it. Get into it. So where we're at today. So where we at. You guys know that I do check my weight on my check-in days only, 125.8. So that means, I think the last video I was 128, I believe. Do with that information what you up. But I definitely feel tighter. I feel leaner. I'm seeing more and more in my face. The face is starting to be snatched. She's starting to not need contour. She's starting to switch. It's time to switch the contour for bronzer because we don't want to give death face. Let's get into this suit story on what happened, y'all, with the last season. Okay, So here's what had happened. You know it's gonna be a story when it started off with. See what had happened was. What had happened? I am, I'm not new to competing. That wasn't my first time competing, as I shared my last vlog. So before people kind of say, didn't you know that already? Linda, let me explain. The designer that I worked with for my 2022 show was a designer that I had used previous years multiple times. So we had a good relationship with each other. By the time I was getting ready for my 2022 shows, I was living in Texas. We were no longer in the same state. Backstory done. Fast forward to me getting ready in 2022, I reached out to her in the spring because you guys know I am a very early planner. I don't do last minute stuff. It drives me up a wall. That's just not how I'm wired. So I reached out to her in the spring telling her my show plans for the year. And she said, okay, cool, great. We can get started in summer. So I want to say I probably paid my deposit around like August-ish of that year. Like right around my birthday, I remember paying my deposit for my suit. And I told her at the time, is this enough timeline, runway? I knew the exact date of my October show. I think my October show was 10/23. And I was going to go do Master USA's in Anaheim, which was November something. And she was like, enough time will be great. Cool, great. Well, I thought it was a little strange when she did not ask me for my measurements. Like nothing. I was just like, well, my body has changed because the last time we worked together, I was a bigger girl. My proportions are now very different than when I wasn't bigger, but she's been in the industry for so long. She was like, I don't need your measurements. I'm good. I'm like, talk that talk. You got it. So it was getting close time to the show. I want to say it was around, where are we now at? We're now in October. I still haven't got my suit yet, heard updates. So I reached out, I'm like, hey, I was like, I'm just making sure, just kind of checking in just to kind of see like what's up with the suit. And she was just like, she said she had another competitor to work on and she would ship it out. I'm like, okay, cool, great. So I had indicated on the little order form thing that y'all asked for the story. You getting the full story. You getting the extended version. I had indicated on the order form my address and my unit number. I live in an apartment. No secret. And she sent me a screen, like she sent me a photo of the tracking or like the confirmation. And it had the address, but it had the building with no unit number. And then it says signature requested. So I immediately hit her up. I'm like, hey, this is an issue because if this delivers and the leasing office is closed, I can't get this suit. So can you just is there any way that you can update to add my unit number that was included on the order form? She tried to say, it wasn't on there. It was on there. It was on there. Because I'm a receipt person, so I keep receipts. It was on there. So get through all that. I get the suit, okay? And I don't know who, or I don't know, because I'm petite. But she knows my proportions and everything because she's worked with me before, although she didn't have measurements. But I don't know who this suit bottom was supposed to fit. I'm going to show you guys. I think I still have it. How these suit bottoms fit me. When you see it, you're going to be like, I was just like, I don't know what, this can't work. It was just too much fabric. There was nothing I could do with it. It was made for someone who had a much bigger girlfriend than what I got going on. It just was not for me. Was not for me. There was not enough time when I got the suit for me to go back, alter the suit and ship it in enough time for the show, which was October 23rd. Okay. Because mind you, this is a week and a half before the show, 2 weeks before the show. So she ended up saying, she was like, well, I have another suit. It's off the rack. I already designed it. And then I could just send you that one. And then I can work on the other one. Send me the original one back. I'll just send you this one so you have something to wear for your qualifier. I'm like, cool, that's great. It ended up being this beautiful yellow suit. Wasn't the suit that I ordered, but it was this beautiful suit nonetheless. But the straps on it were slightly big, and even with like bikini, but like they just would not stay up like on my hips. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my suit. I'm gonna get the suit. It's gonna all be good. Part 2 coming up. So then I get the orange suit in the mail. The suit that I wore to USA's. Now, if you guys missed all that, I'll post it somewhere up here. You can see the whole Peak Week show day vlogs from both of those shows. You can see the suits I'm talking about. And I get the orange suit. It fit better. Like the bottoms fit better because this top was fine. It was the bottoms that was just like, not for me. The second pair of bottoms, they fit much better in terms of fabric. She left the sides of the suit to where it was crystals here, and then it was like fabric here, and I would have to sew this part back here because she knew that I would be getting smaller and whatnot, and I'm just kind of like, do I have to sew? Like, this is why we learn our lessons, okay? So because I would have to sew part of my bottoms to make them fit me, she sent like a little thing of thread and like a needle, so you would have all that. Now I sew, I sew wigs, I sew things like that. So the suit thing, I wasn't concerned about sewing, but I was concerned about making sure I had enough fabric. Had enough thread. She's like, oh, it's enough. Okay, again, confidence level on 100. So I get to Anaheim with the suit, and I'm sitting down to sew it. It's the night before the competition, and I run out of thread because I had to pull it in just that much. Like it was too much. I didn't have enough thread. My bestie Mikey, we get in the car and we drive to Walmart, and I'm like taking the thread up to the little thing in Walmart trying to find a matching thread. Y'all, I ended up sewing the suit and everything, but it's just not the experience I want to have the night before a show. Like I already was feeling igged, and I just don't feel like that was helping at all, like at all. So that was a suit experience that I had, y'all. And don't get me wrong, I am very grateful for her sending me a suit to wear as an alternative because the first one didn't work out. At the same time though, there was just a lot of stress around it that I just don't feel like I want to encounter again, okay? So lesson learned, will not work with a suit designer again who's not taking measurements. Cause I'm just like, if you're not taking measurements of me, like what are we doing? If y'all had any experiences like that, please let me know. Like, I don't know, this is like common, uncommon. But at the time, I remember like sharing a little bit about my stories, and I'm a big person. I don't like to give a lot of energy to things that are keeping me in a low vibe state. So I didn't want to do this whole thing of talking about it, because then I would have been getting all these messages saying, people giving me their 2 cents and their 10 cents and people trying to console me. And I'm just like, listen, I'm trying to do this cardio. I'm just trying to peak right. I'm just trying to make sure that we do what we need to kind of do. I appreciate the concern. We're gonna make it rock. And that is why I didn't really talk about it a whole lot in my stories, because I honestly just didn't want the noise. I just didn't want the noise. But that's where we're at now. That won't happen again. That I know for sure. And honestly, low key, high key, I'm pretty sure that had a lot to do with my stress levels coming into the last show. And on top of that, I started my period that day, y'all. It was just the whole thing. I would love to be able to wear those suits again, or at least just get the bottoms redesigned, but it's like an artist, right? Like a tattoo artist. A lot of artists don't like touching other artists' work. It's the same thing with suits. So unless I'm going to teach myself how to sew suit bottoms, which I'm pretty sure I could, because I've taught myself how to do a lot thanks to YouTube University. I'm pretty sure I could probably do it, but I just don't know if that's in my path to do. At least not in the next 7 to 11 weeks. I just want to take a moment to say, I'm gonna miss you. So I think one of the things that the bestie really turned me on to that changed my life was this Beaver's honey mustard. And that was cut out when I started prep in February. And this is the last of the honey Dijon mustard that I have After this, I'm not buying anymore. My coach does not want any kind of honey mustard. It is going to be straight Dijon. And I was, you can kind of see how long I've been stretching this out. I have been like not using this one and just waiting to have it when I was just like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish it. So we're going to take a moment of silence. And then she's going to the trash. But while we're on the subject of sauces, I don't know if you guys can find this one where you're at. I am in Texas, so I shop at H-E-B for everything. And it has a real like smoky flavor, kind of spicy kind of flavor. You just got to be in the mood for all that. Let me show you the macros because people are always curious about the macros. I lied, I'm back, y'all. Okay, so I don't know why I just won't throw this away. I think part of me is like holding on to this empty ass bottle because I'm like, okay, that's it. Once I get rid of it, that's it. But I started using some Flavor Gang stuff after I went to a Trail of Champions event earlier. When was the first event I went to? In December. And they had sent a lot of the sauces. And I know some people like these, don't like these. This one took a little bit for me to get into because it was surprisingly on the sweeter side. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about my taco sauce being sweeter. But I think the deeper I got into prep, the more I could appreciate it because it was just different than the vinegar notes that mustard gives. So for a while I was rocking with it. But as y'all can see, I need to throw this out. I need to get my life together and stop holding on to this because I can't do nothing with this teaspoon of hope, a sauce in this container. What's good, y'all? Listen, after the day I just had care packages from mom, I feel like they're always right on time and when you need them the most and you didn't know you needed it. Let me turn this around so y'all can see my address in case somebody is a killer, like Shantae would say. But y'all, okay, I can get in the back. She always gives something for Momo, and he always knows it's something for him. He probably is by my feet. Let me see. Is he by my feet? Yep, he by my feet. You know this for you? And let's see. Got some skincare stuff, because, you know, gotta make sure we are glowing, okay? Oh, and look. It's two little... Oh, my gosh. I just saw this up close. Okay, wait, y'all, listen. So y'all, everyone knows if you eat Starburst, pink ones are the best ones. She knows I love the pink ones, although I can't eat them. It's okay, they will keep. But this is my baby ring. I had this ring when I was a baby. Let me see if I can open this. Hold on, we're gonna do this a lot better. Correction, y'all. This was my grandmother's ring. She wore all the time. That's why I have a memory of seeing it all the time when I was a kid. And my mom sent me this today, y'all, and honestly, this ring felt like the hug I needed in my life today. So, okay, I feel like a lot has happened since yesterday and since my check-ins and everything. So first of all, it is close to 7 o'clock p.m. right now. I have not done any of my cardio for the day. Any, like 0%. Complete. Which means I am now off to the gym to go do an hour and a half. Typically on Friday nights, I also do like a full on like 45 minutes to an hour posing in their cardio room because there's no like classes on a Friday night. But y'all, I gotta be honest, I don't know what my energy levels are gonna be like. I don't wanna take any more caffeine in this late too because I'm not trying to be up all night long either. So I'm gonna commit. Keep me to it. I'm going to commit to for sure doing cardio and abs because we got to do that. And at least 15 minutes posing. I'm going to commit to doing 15 minutes. I'll see if I feel like doing the full on 45-minute hour. I don't know. But I know intentional practice is better than just going through the motions and checking a box because you feel like you need to be checking a box. You know, I'm not a big fan of that. We have all seen people in the gym, this is no shade, but we've all seen those people who are like walking 2 miles per hour or on the steps at a level -17, like barely moving. I'm like, why are you here? Like you might as well just go sit down on the couch. Got some changes yesterday. Basically, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but let me know in the comments, would you rather, if someone gave you a choice, like, right, let's say you had a coach, they gave you a choice of eating less food or doing more cardio, which one would you pick? I'm actually really curious to see which one you guys will pick. That's basically what happened when I checked in yesterday. And I was given a choice, and I was just like, I mean, if you gonna give me the choice, just cut my food now. Okay? You can just cut it on down, because I am so used to being hungry. It's nothing new to me. Like we had our little 4:47 a.m. confessional this morning. Like I'm just used to being hungry, but I highly value my time. I very much value my time, so much. And for so many reasons why. We talk about them, Plug the Podcast and the FinFit Entrepreneurs Podcast. Are you hanging in the winner's circle? And just your time is very valuable. And I just feel like in prep, you don't get a lot of time. Like, you don't get a lot of free time, I should say. Because all your time is really consumed with the stuff of the life of prep and the business of bodybuilding and all that. That's what you have to do. It's what you sign up for, right? It's not just getting on stage, getting on and doing your glam thing. So given the choice, right along in here, I would rather keep my schedule as is and just be hungrier, because it's going to happen anyway, you know? So that's what I picked. All that to say that. All right, y'all. We got 45 minutes down, 45 minutes left. And I decided to come into this little cycle room that we have here. It's a little private, because the gym, as y'all know, is cray. It is a Friday night around 8:30. So we're going to finish this up, y'all. Just posing. Hey y'all, good morning. So hopefully y'all can hear me okay. It's actually my first time doing a video inside the gym here, and we are up, we're at it, we're getting started with cardio. So I have my coffee this morning that I actually went to Dunkin' to get. Today is Saturday, April 20th. Happy 420 to all those that celebrate. And I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff around the house today. Cheers coming today, so we're gonna set the sauna up. Wasatch is going on today, so we're gonna be watching that. Bessie and I are gonna be catching up about it. I woke up feeling really blessed and just grateful. I think it's one of those things where it's really easy to get stuck in the prep bills. Y'all know the prep bills is what I'm talking about, right? And not see the blessing in it of what you're able to do every day. So that is where we are at. We're gonna finish up this round, and I'll tap in with you guys later on.
60 and 62 switch.
I feel like I need to say good morning to y'all all over again, because the nap I just had, I woke up, I didn't know what day it was. Like, I had no idea what day it was. I barely knew where I was. It was one of those kind of sleeps. So I feel like we just started this whole day over again. So good morning, good evening, hello. Welcome back. All right, so this did come. I saw by the time I got up, this was here. Y'all can see it. Our sauna chair is here, y'all. So I will be doing the sauna tonight. I'm excited about it. I gotta do another hour cardio. So I am going to prep some chicken up and then go downstairs, take care of that in a minute. I am currently watching Wasatch. So shout out to anyone who competed in that and are watching this. And that's what I got going on. Rest is important. Take your naps. That's your prep talk for the day. Ain't y'all home from round 2? It is a little late. It's around 11 o'clock, a lot later than what I normally am up, but I needed that 4-hour nap. So we have the sauna set up here. Dun, dun, dun. And we got our chair. So that's the chair. I needed to make sure it was one that one could be in it. So it's actually designed for saunas. And I'll have my arms out here, so I'll find something to watch on YouTube and go ahead on in and get started. I'll let you guys know how it is when I get out. It's my first time doing one of these at home, so let's see. Hopefully it ain't janky. All right, y'all, aftermath. I've been in about 30 minutes. All in all, it definitely gets the job done. You guys can see here, this is drenched, all this is. I like it because it's so convenient. Like, I'm at home. I don't have to worry about being in a gym. So we're going to keep this in the mix, keep it going, and I'll see you guys all in the morning. Good night. It's good, y'all. Good morning. It is Sunday, April 21st, 2024. I need today so much. I am going to a meditation class, yoga class with one of my girlfriends here. And then I'm going to go grocery store, hit up a couple. HEB, because I'm in Texas. If you know, you know. And then I'll come home. We'll start this full day of eating. Show y'all what goes in here. What goes in this body for a day. It's not that exciting, y'all. Don't be that pressed. Gosh.
So next time if we want, we can come out here, and then up there they have sauna, infinity pool, and then they have this little lounge area by the waterfall. You have your fitness center.
I do not subscribe to having to eat certain foods at certain times a day. Meaning, if it's 9 o'clock, let's just say, and I'm starting my day of eating, I'm just like, I'm not gonna just eat egg whites because I feel like that's what you eat at 9. If I want to eat my beef and rice meal at 9, I'm gonna eat it. So let me just first say that. So you'll see me eat things kind of just, I don't want to say out of order because order is subjective and it's my diet. But you'll probably see me eat things not in an order of which you would expect me to eat them in. There we go. I've been doing cucumbers a lot lately for my veggie of choice. Why? Because I like the texture that they give. All right, y'all. So after I wash them, I slice them up and saute them. Now, I started doing this probably, I want to say in 2019-ish, whenever I started back competing. Because I was just like, I like cucumbers, but I also feel like you get to a point in prep where you miss texture. And that's where I'm at. Let me just also say too, I'm hungry when I start making sure I'm eating all my veggies. I go between cucumbers and shredded lettuce. I like more volume-based stuff. Mowgli likes cucumbers too. So it's just good for everybody in the house. Look at them already sitting. You know it's for you. Here you go, baby. Aren't y'all? Meal 1. I have 96.4 beef with jasmine rice and sauteed cucumbers. And how could I forget this? I specifically went to HEB today to get this. Well, I had to get a couple more things, but especially their seasoning. I love their everything ranch seasoning. It goes great on this meal. I put it on other meals too. So we're gonna top this off and I'll see y'all at meal 2. just leaving my 90 minutes massage. Got a lot of body work done. I think instead of rating my massages, I'm just going to summarize them. 2 words come to mind: crunchy and spicy. That was that massage. When I tell you, I had so much like built up in my traps. I had a lot of gunk in my SI. No surprise, because we have been really heavily on posing and everything. And my calves, forget it. I was sitting there staring off like, okay, go to your happy place, think happy thoughts. I was on a beach with my toes in some sand, sipping on a drink with a little umbrella in it, here in the ocean. That's where I was at, because I knew she needed to do the work. I didn't want to tap, but ooh, Jesus, we got through it. And honestly, it also is partially my fault, because I have been behind on getting my body work done, but we fixing it, okay? We're fixing it. So we are going to start doing 90 minutes in May, bi-weekly, and then I'll probably will go weekly after my qualifier. There's some stuff that happened, and I'm being nosy. Hold on, wait. What happened? Okay. After my qualifier, I will start to go weekly so she can do even more body contouring work, and it's gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it. So my next meal is gonna be, I'm gonna make that my carb meal, my second carb meal of the day. So to be clear on this, because I know people count carbs differently, I consider, when I say a carb meal, I mean a meal where it's like rice, like the actual kind of carbs you want to eat, not veggies. Not veggies. So yes, this is my second carb meal for the day. And I started my rice already when I was gone, so I'm gonna heat this up just a little bit. And there we have it. Chicken and rice for meal number 2. I just don't really like eating mustard all the time, and I'm starting to really taste the vinegar in it. So I've been using a lot more of my seasoning combo blends to top off my meals, and this is combo for meal number 2. All right, y'all, it is time for the last meal of the day. So as I mentioned, my former favorite meal is now out of the mix because I have 2 carb meals a day, not 3. So I'm gonna be making up a protein ice cream using Legion's cinnamon cereal protein. Got some xanthan gum for thickening, and I was really happy to see that I did not get any bloating at all, which was awesome. And then for my fat source, little Justin's. I found a half cup of water, half cup of ice. Works perfect. It's just enough. I don't feel like it's too much for me to eat at one time, because it's gonna thicken up. You guys are gonna see really soon. Is a stevia and cinnamon mix that I made. I already had this made up from like another recipe. I think it was like one of my cheesecake recipes. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that. I just keep some like already done. It's just easy. You can see the more you blend it, like the thicker it gets. But it's still just 1 scoop. There we go. So this kind of depends on how thick you want it to be, but this is the texture that it ends up coming out as. A spoonful of peanut butter in here. It's just kind of all mixed into the froth. So, yum. I feel like it's the little things in prep that help you get through the day. This is one of them. So y'all, let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what questions you guys have. As I mentioned, I am not carb cycling, so this is like my daily diet, at least for now, until the next update. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. Like I always say, you guys showing me love in the comments. Thank you so much. It really helps me to keep these vlogs out here coming. And let me know too if you guys want longer episodes. I'm trying to figure out like what the sweet spot is gonna be with the prep vlogs and what I have going on in the week. So just let me know. Don't forget, y'all already know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.